What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a this is going to be just a mini review and kind of a bike check of my custom built SOMA Valhallen. I built this up this summer and rode it quite a bit around here in southern Minnesota and really like it. So I'll go over the componentry here and just kind of give you what my thoughts are on some of the components and the bike as a whole. But first, we got to clean the bike, as you can see from this little bike montage right here. Let's get to it. There we go, that's better. She's all clean now. So normally what I do for cleaning is I just spray some of that Finish Line bike cleaner on there, take a shop rag, wipe it down, and then I go through with this Bike Lust to polish off the whole entire bike. So yeah, now that she's clean and all beautiful, we'll go over the parts. So with this bike, I was looking at getting a hardtail, and there's nothing really available due to the COVID pandemic. So I decided I would build a bike up. I came across this frame and ordered it up through my local bike shop. It's a SOMA Valhallen, like I said before. It's steel, completely steel. Really love how that steel feels and rides. And then it's a 66-degree head angle, so it's pretty slack for a hardtail. Gives you nice confidence descending. And then it also has really good clearance on this back end. I believe you can fit up to 3-inch tires on the back. So that's something that I might try this summer just for fun. So going over the componentry, I have GX Eagle on here off of one of my older bikes that I had. This one actually got tweaked from a root getting caught in there, so it doesn't shift the greatest, but with combination of this grip shift on here, it runs awesome as far as shifting, just because this grip shift gives you more precise throw. And I honestly was really skeptical going to the grip shift. A lot of my coworkers were saying, you gotta try it, you gotta try it. So I threw it on and it hasn't came off since, and this bike has a bunch of miles on it. As far as brakes go, I have the Guide R's 4-piston. Those also kind of come off of my enduro bike background. Wanted a lot of stopping power for this bike, just because I do plan on going fast, whipping it around. So I wanted to have that big stopping power. I got the Race Face Effect plus 40 wheels, and with combination of these Maxxis Minion SS tires, you can see that they have a very small center area and then wider knobs on the end, so you have really low rolling resistance in the middle but knobs on the side, which is perfect. I love these wheat tires on this bike just because it is pretty much what I wanted this bike for. I wanted this bike to be a playful, aggressive, throw it around, do everything bike. I plan on taking it to some downhill parks this summer, hopefully. And then I have this Bomber, Marzocchi Bomber Z2. It's their Air version 27.5, and I absolutely love this thing. It's basically a Fox. As far as internal components, they use the same components as a lot of the Fox forks, but this is just a little bit heavier and fits my budget for this bike a lot better, and it was available, so I snagged one up. I got just the XX Dub crank and bottom bracket. This is 175 mil cranks. I'm gonna bump those down to 170. These were, like I said, these were just available at the moment. So I'll be throwing that on. I got a P&W dropper with the wolf tooth seat post clamp. And then I got the loam lever. Highly recommend a loam lever. These things are buttery smooth. And their droppers, probably the best dropper lever combination out there that you can buy for the money. Got the WTB Volt saddle, and then got the Race Face Atlas stem. I believe this is I believe it's 60 mils for stems. So this bike has a pretty long reach. But with that reach and that slack and that long wheelbase, this bike actually had a longer wheelbase than my Trek Slash that I had. And this thing just rips. As far as jumps and everything, it is super, super, super fun. So for anyone looking at getting an aggressive hardtail to ride on, and they're going from a full suspension to the aggressive hardtail, I highly recommend getting one in your repertoire. It just is a blast to ride, a good change up from that full suspension. And honestly, I'll ride this bike everywhere that I go with my full suspension that's coming in the mail. Should be here next month. I'll do a bike review video on that. But yeah, this bike is awesome. Steel feels great. The guys at SOMA Fabrications did an awesome job, and I don't see myself ever selling this bike in the future. It rips and it feels great to ride. And this bike is going to improve my riding too, because obviously I have no suspension in the back, so you got to glider on your feet, figure out your body positioning to send those fast section and aggressive sections just as you do on a full suspension. So yeah, I'm excited for having a full season on this bike and excited for the trail riding to come. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out on the trails. Peace.